What's up, guys? Have you noticed that I've been wearing the same pants for the past 4 videos? Have you been paying attention? Because they're my favorite new pants, and I know they look like pajamas, but they're not pajamas, okay? They're lounge pants, and I'm lounging a lot these days. So this is like the 4th video in a row in a daily sequence, which is great. Good job, me. But honestly, it might actually, this is something that we don't realize, or we do realize, but we don't really realize until we do it. It is so much easier to just do something every day. It is so much easier to just like have a habit, have like a no question, like that's what I do at that time, or that's what I do in a day, than having to decide sporadically to do something randomly. There's just too much friction. There's too much friction if it's not normal. Let's put it that way. You just have to make things natural and normal as often as possible, so that it's just like part of what you do. You don't think about breathing. Make it so you don't even think about, what's that flashing light? Yeah, you don't even think about making videos, or you don't even think about working out. It's just, welcome. Please like, subscribe. I really like etymology and the where words come from. And I haven't ever thought about this before. Where does the word subscribe come from? Like scribe, sub, to underscribe, to sign up for. Sign up for. It must be that. Must be related to that. Anyway, everyone, I just want you to know that whatever you want for your life is possible. And the only limitations are the limitations you put on yourself. And everyone says this. Or not everyone says this. A lot of parents don't say this. A lot of teachers don't say this. And even if they do, even if people say this, they say it with this like, anything you want is possible. But then you watch them and they're not following that either. They don't really believe that's true. Because they're like, well, within a certain constraint, it's true. No, anything you want for your life is possible. That's really big. It's really big. To the point where if you want something in your life and it's not there, you have to ask yourself, okay, at some level, I must not think it's possible for me right now because it's not here. So you have to look at that and go, what is it that I'm believing? What is it that I'm believing that is keeping this thing at bay? Because anything's possible. And one of the things that I have had that I didn't even know this was in the way. So much of life, by the way, I think is not about adding onto or learning anything or improving yourself or bettering. Like, so much is not attaining, it's letting go. Like, there's nothing you have to do. You just have to let go of the things that you're doing that are in the way. I can't prove this, but I have a theory. I have a theory that actually we don't learn anything. Okay. Just stay with me, all right? I have a theory that we don't actually learn anything. We just let go of a version of ourselves that doesn't know it. So it's like we don't learn how to play basketball. We just let go of not knowing how to play basketball. And then cool. I'm a basketball player now. And how do you let go of it? Well, you let go of it by doing it. That's why, it's like learn by doing. I think the osmosis phenomenon that happens when you do it is suddenly you start seeing yourself and feeling yourself as a person who does it, as a person who knows about it. And I think that's also the phenomenon of, it's been shown that the best way to learn is actually to teach. So anything that you want to learn, you want to know, you want to be an expert in, the best way that you can fully lock it in for yourself is to teach it to someone else. And yeah, I think on a subconscious level or I don't know what level related to this, I think if you have to teach the thing, it says you know it. Otherwise you wouldn't be teaching it. How are you an authority unless you're an authority on it? You know what I'm saying? So by teaching it, you have to let go of the idea that you don't know what you're talking about or that you still have to learn this thing because you're imparting it to someone else. So you're it. You have it. And if someone else gets it, then that's even more confirmation that you have it. Because how could you transmit that information if you didn't know? This is so cool. And apparently they are actually starting to implement this in schools now. So kids are learning, instead of just sitting in a desk and answering questions, now they're having to teach everyone else in the class. Wouldn't that be such a different learning experience if suddenly everyone's learning was dependent on everyone's learning? It kind of creates this little ecosystem where there's no top of the class anymore and bottom of the class. They're all in it together. And your knowledge about any subject is dependent on the bottom of the class understanding it too. And in that way we don't pick people out and put them in a certain category. Everyone's in it together. That's just my dream for education. Anyway, so I really think that, yeah, we don't learn anything. We just let go of not knowing. I don't know how I got into this tangent. It's not a tangent. It's related somehow. Beliefs, limitless, that you can do anything you want. That's what I was talking about. So another thing that I just recently have become aware of that holds me back in some way is, for whatever reason, I've always thought that I had to pick one thing, that I'm supposed to only be good at one thing. And so anything else is a distraction. And if I go off and I want to really just totally embrace some other topic that isn't the career I've decided for myself or the way I envision myself or the way I want to be, if it's just different, if there's 2 things or 3 or 4 that I am in some way not going to get my number 1, And that's just wrong. There was this PSA a while when I was growing up. It was probably only shooting in Canada. And it would have all these kids at school and on the bus, and on the bus, at the back of the bus, there's a guy playing the tuba, and I forget what everyone else is doing. I really remember the tuba guy. And then the message of the PSA was, not everyone's good at everything, but everyone's good at something. What's your thing? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And I think I really took this to heart. But I took it to heart in a very specific way where it was what's your one thing? And it's created so much drama and stress for myself because it's okay, what's my one thing? I have to find it quickly. And is this it? Did I find it? Is that my thing? Is that my thing? And so it's just been really hard to really give myself over to anything else in life because I'm worried that it's not my thing. like that the thing in some way has ownership over me. And it's like being in a it's like if I go off and I play guitar, I'm cheating on my one thing, you know, because that's not for me, or that's not for me, or that's so, but it doesn't have to be one thing. You know, within that statement, like, you can do and have anything you want in life. That means lots of things potentially for yourself. As many things as you want, as many things as you can think of to do, and as many things as you can let go of not being an expert at, you know? And it's not showy. It's not like just let yourself be amazing. If you want to be a pro chef, a pro athlete, a pro singer, like, you can be as many things as you can dream of being. And it actually makes sense to me that if you were like super skilled and super ambitious and super capable in one area of life, that you would naturally have the same skills that is necessary in another area of life. So it doesn't need to be this like, I have to give my entire life, my entire soul to one thing. For some people, maybe that's the way. But for other people, I think actually having many different venues of like expressing themselves or excelling at or giving is in some ways less stressful, because it doesn't just need to be one thing. And it's just more enjoyable and more richer and fuller. And there's so many things to do in this world. Why would you just want to do one thing? It would actually be really hard to just do one thing. So let yourself be good at things. Let go of any idea you have that you are not supposed to be doing that, or you're not supposed to be good at that. You have to stick to your lane. No, there are no lanes. There are no supposed tos. Okay, whatever just lights you up. Just you watch someone else doing it and you're like, that looks so much fun. That looks so cool. I want to do that. Just having that thought, having that impulse means you can. Really, it means you can. Maybe you won't be, you know, an Olympic gymnast. That's possible. Maybe you're like 47. That might not be in the cards for you. Although, again, it's about what you tell yourself. You could. I don't know. I don't know the rules of this multiverse. It's possible. It's possible. It is, actually, going by quantum theory. So if you really decide that's what you want, but can you be a gymnast? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. Is Canadian Thanksgiving the Sunday or the Monday? People want to know. I'm going to say it's the Monday. So I'm going to say it's today. I'm shooting this on the Monday. So I just want to say thank you. Really, thank you to all of you. It is a privilege to get to make videos and get to share and express myself with all of you. So, I love you. Be well. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you next time. Bye.